excellent.
Teachers, parents, administrators, guests, and the class of 2011, it is an incredible honor for me to stand here today because I have spent a third of my life in the company of your awe-inspiring minds and personalities. It is also an unbelievable privilege for me to stand here as a class speaker, and I thank you all for the words of kindness and support I've received these past weeks. And I hope that what I have to say is truly meaningful. Most of us have been together for 6 years, some of us for longer, and now when we part, we'll be going off to spend a few more years at extraordinary institutions. Some of us will study the dorky disciplines like math and chemistry. Others will indulge in the oh-so-liberatingly vague areas of the liberal arts, such as English and history. And of course, there are those going off to enter the nebulous gloom of business and finance. And I wish everybody success over the next 4 years, and the 40, 50, 60 years after those. However, even though I know our class comprises extremely talented individuals, people who can sing, dance, act, debate, write, paint, to do pretty much anything else amazingly, there's one thing that I fear. I'm afraid that when our successes come around, in whatever shape or form, we won't be able to recognize them. We're graduating from Hunter, one of the top schools in the nation. So naturally, throughout our high school lives, we've had some aspects of success defined for us. Sometimes by parents, other times by peers, and occasionally by teachers. Success was getting A's and attaching pluses to them. Success was shooting a buzzer-beating three-pointer. Success was finishing a paper, the lunch period, the day it was due, and not forgetting to turn it in that night. And now that we've been through it, we're also familiar with the successes of the college process. Success was getting into a dream college. Success was persuading its financial aid office to offer you a better package. Success was making a deposit and submitting your statement of intent to register. Along with being told what success was, we were also told what failure was. For many, failure was not filling their transcripts with straight A's, not winning medals and awards, not becoming the presidents of clubs or the captains of teams, or not being cast in a theater production. And recently, failure became not getting into school with a coveted Ivy League affiliation, or having to choose between schools you never thought you'd have to seriously consider. Failure became focused on labels, on reputations, on the things that we try to brush away as insignificant, but that always end up mattering too much. What is success? I don't really know, because for years now, my own parents, peers, and teachers have been telling me what it is. And only now, after I've started to look at myself through my own eyes, can I begin to judge whether what I've been told is true. Still, even though I may not know what success is, I can already imagine the many things future friends, colleagues, and bosses may try to convince us it is. They may say that success is having money. Success is having lots of money. Success is having so much money that gliding down from your penthouse apartment to get a $250 haircut every other week should be normal. Boring even. You can order your cake, have it delivered within the hour, and ask your butler to feed it to you. While you're lounging on the sofa, watching your incredibly large television, which costs you an incredibly large amount of money. People may say that success is having power. Success is having lots of power. Success is being known in every household across America and having every word you say broadcast around the world. You can choose to be a representative in Congress, a senator, even the president. You will be able to control cities, states, and countries with the influence you wield. You may even have billions of people watching and waiting for your decisions. There isn't a problem with being told what success is. There is a problem, however, with being made to believe that it's something you wouldn't otherwise believe it is. We all have friends who are crushed by college rejections because they thought that a rejection now would doom them to failure in the future. Failure, of course, according to no real standard, because we all know that whatever college you attend doesn't automatically determine how successful you will be. So when I think about our futures, maybe 10 years from now, I cringe when I imagine somebody calling himself or herself a failure when he isn't making enough money, or she isn't in a high enough position, or he isn't publishing enough papers, or she just isn't good enough, not successful enough. Successful according to outside standards that you can replace with your own. As Hunter students, we're all capable of thinking for ourselves and discovering our own definitions of success. And though the people around us may push us to think a certain way, if we look at their intentions, we can find that they're not such bad role models after all. Our parents, the ones who enrolled us in too many random classes when we were younger, the ones who pushed us to try to make us apply to or attend colleges they thought were best for us, they see success in raising a child to become a mature, worldly individual, and they see success in helping us live better lives. Our teachers, the ones who refused to produce subpar papers because they knew we could do better, they see success in a student's face when he or she brightens after finally understanding how an LC circuit works or what Hobbes says about social contracts. We may not agree with their views of success, but we can still acknowledge and admire how they devoted their lives to pursuing their own definitions of success. We've all been together long enough to recognize that our class, the class of 2011, is a collection of some of the brightest people we will ever meet. And when we all meet up again decades from now, I hope that every single one of you will have found what success means to you. You may find success when you discover an uncanny aptitude for blending delicious smoothies, or crafting bookshelves and drapes for your home. You may find success when you start to play basketball again for the first time in years, even if your children beat you every single time. You may find success when you reconnect with a good friend you fell out of touch with, and spend a few hours together, chatting over coffee. It's possible that what you consider success will mean nothing to anybody else, but that shouldn't stop you from chasing it. As you go out now to astound the world, I hope that you will follow a dream that is entirely yours and have no regrets about it, and that when your success rolls around, you won't miss it because you aren't looking the right way. Thank you.
Thank you, Alice. Now I will ask the graduating members of the senior chorus to rise. They will perform